In this video, we're gonna cover lesson number 2, class 1 textbook. This is Sa Lapta Lanaro Lopa Lop Tsana Tsen Lop Tsen Ko Nya Kiku Nisa Ni Pa Lop Tsen Ni Pa. Lop Tsen meaning lesson, Ni Pa meaning 2. So I'm hoping you guys are now able to at least recognize all the letters in Ume, the headless letters, and then in Uchen, the headed letters. So the first word we have here is ta te pa tepa, and then the same thing in Uchen, and then how it's pronounced, tet pa, and then the meaning at the bottom. So the pronunciation and then the meaning at the bottom. So this is Tepa. Tepa means faith. Faith in Buddhism, faith in Buddha, faith in Christianity, faith in Islam, faith in Hinduism. So whatever your faith is. And then the next word is na nga nang pa nang ba. Na nga nang pa nang ba. And then at the top, nang pa, right? The meaning, Buddhist. Nang pa means Buddhist. And the next word is pa pa. And then same thing here, pa pa. And then at the top, as you can see, pa, pa, meaning father. Pa ma pama. And then at the top, how it's pronounced, PHAMA, pa ma. Pama means parent. And then the next word is para. And then make sure you have this wasu at the bottom, as the little triangle one back at the bottom. And then same thing here in Uchen, as you can see the wasu here. So it's para. And then at the top, how it's pronounced, BHA, pa, RA, ra, para. Para means cowshed, as you can see in the picture. And then the next word is mama. And how it's pronounced in English. How it's pronounced, written in English. And then the meaning, mama means nanny. And the next word is ra. This character right here is ra. Ra tsapta, tsama tsam, pa, tsamba. And then, see, if you remember when we were doing the alphabets, see, generally there should be a stroke right here for the tsa, but when you have the ra at the as a stack letter, then you don't have to write this stroke right there at the top, because if you remember, if it's just by itself, if this letter is just by itself, this is ja, right? But since there is a stacked, there's a letter stacked on top of it, then when you say ra tsapta, there you don't have to put that extra stroke over here, as in the case of just tsa by itself, as a alphabet. Okay, so that's ra tsapta, tsama tsam, pa, tsampa. And then the same thing here, ra tsapta, tsama tsam, pa, tsampa. And then this black T-like character on top of the red tsa, that's ra. That's how ra is written in Uchen. I haven't yet figured out how to use the key combination on my keyboard with Milam 3.1, the font. And if anybody out there who happens to watch this video and knows how to do that, it would be nice if you could maybe put it in the comment section, or maybe send me an email. So that's why I have to draw this manually with my pen. So this basically looks like a little T, the letter T in English, right on top of the red colored za. So that's ra zapta zama zampa. Zampa means roasted barley, and how it's pronounced. And then ca wa cawa in Uchen, I mean ume. And then ca wa cawa in Uchen. How it's pronounced, what it means fever. And then ra zapta za ma zama. Same thing here. So this thing is same as this ra at the top. So this is ra zapta za ma zama, and zama zama. So it's meaning pot. And then this is wa sha washa, and then make sure you have this wasu at the bottom here, the little triangle character. And then same thing here, wa sha washa. Oh, looks like I forgot to put the wasu underneath the sha. So so technically, okay, let me see if I could write it with my pen. So this should have, oops, yeah, something like that, just like this one right there. Okay, so that's good enough. So that's wa sha washa. As you can see, this W-A-S-H, this is not sha, but rather sha. So when you guys say measure, jer, that's what this sounds like. Jer. Wa sha washa. Washa meaning fox head. So that's pretty much it for lesson number 2. And as you can see, everything is written in Uchen on this side, and on this side, on the far right and the far left. And then in the middle we have all the words in ume, headless letters. And if you guys have trouble locating the videos, basically you could type in like www.youtube.com/Tibetan language class in the search box, press enter, and then that should take you directly to all the videos. You could also search it by just type in Tibetan CBT, computer-based training, or cyber-based training, CBT. So just type CBT Tibetan or Tibetan CBT in the search box. That'll be easier to find. Otherwise, it might be a little tough to locate these videos. And like we did in the first in lesson number 1, I have some related pictures for lesson number 2. So let me grab that real quick. Okay, so these are a couple of elderly Buddhist grandma going circumambulating around the temple or the monastery, and these are prayer flags. I mean, these are prayer flags at the top, and then these are prayer wheels, and they always go in clockwise. So with the right hand they'll rotate clockwise while they circumambulate around the temple. And then generally either they'll have a rosary here, or maybe a prayer wheel, a portable prayer wheel, as in the case with this guy right here. So he got a prayer wheel right here, and this is a pretty highly stacked, like a lot of stacks here, prayer wheel. Generally I've seen maybe at the most from here up till here, this big. And this looks pretty high, so, and looks different, so that's why I took a screenshot just to show you guys. So generally they'll have this in the right hand, in the left hand, and then with the right hand they'll be rotating these prayer wheels, and inside it's all sacred Buddhist mantras or prayers. And again, some more pictures of prayer flags, and all these prayer flags also have sacred Tibetan Buddhist mantras, and that's the famous Mount Everest. And then here, a couple of Buddhist monks, young Buddhist monks playing basketball. Looks like he's gonna score. Maybe not. Looks like he's gonna block. And then some more happy-go-lucky young monks having fun and jumping in the air. And this one, it's a pretty also a really nice movie. It's made by a student. His teacher passed away, and he was searching for his teacher's reincarnation. So the name of the movie is called Unmistaken Child. I've seen it at the movie hall and also on DVD. And in Tibetan it says Chungsi Tudel, basically meaning unmistaken child. Tibetan monks search for the reincarnation of his beloved teacher. And if you watch this movie, it'll be really hard to deny the concept of reincarnation. I was really surprised to see the stuff this little kid, less than a year old, what he does in that movie is really incredible. So you guys should check this out. It's a really cool movie. I mean, it's something the director or whoever, it's something you cannot teach a boy who is less than a kid who is less than a year old to do in a movie. It's really incredible. When you see that movie, it's really hard to imagine how he does all that stuff in that movie with even though he's less than 1 year old. So definitely check this out. And this is a stat I found online. Basically, this shows the top 20 by population, Buddhist countries by population on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side the percentage of Buddhist population in each country. So at the top you have People's Republic of China, and the population at the minimum, it's believed 277 million are Buddhists, and at the maximum it could go all the way to 1.2 billion people. And the population the percentages, it could be anywhere from 8 to 91%. And then at number 2, Japan, Vietnam, Thailand, Myanmar or Burma, Republic of China, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, South Korea, North Korea, Cambodia, and India at number 11, the birthplace of Buddhism, with only 4% of the total population as Buddhists. That's a little over 13.2 million. And then Indonesia, Hong Kong, Laos, Nepal, United States at number 16, with about a little over 6 million Buddhists, about 2% of the total population. Malaysia, Singapore, Mongolia, and then at number 20 it's Philippines. So that's by population, and then on this side it's by percentage. So at the top is Laos and Mongolia with 98% Buddhists, Japan with 96.7%, about 123 million, then Cambodia, Myanmar or Burma, Thailand, Bhutan with 94%. Now Bhutan, the written script is identical to Tibetan. So I've seen pictures where even the cars and the automobiles, the license plate, if you look at the back or the front, the license plate will have Tibetan Uchen and Tibetan numbers that you guys have learned in, I think in the first video we did all the numbers also, or in the following videos we have done both Uchen and Ume and all the numbers at least up till number 30 Sumju. So you'll see maybe next time if I had it somewhere but I couldn't find it, but anyway, next time when I find one of those license plate picture, I'll show it to you guys. And then the next one we have here is Taiwan with about 93% as Buddhists, Hong Kong, China, Macau, Vietnam, North Korea, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Christmas Island. That's an interesting name. So that's some country I haven't heard of this name before. Christmas Island, with 67% of the total population as Buddhists, and the number of Buddhists in that the range is about 940 people. So probably the total population a little less than 2,000 people. So it's a pretty small country, but probably an independent country. South Korea, Malaysia, Nepal, and then at number 20 is French Polynesia with 11%. So that's basically the Buddhist countries by population and by percentage. And then one of the others, okay, this is right here, that's like Pama meaning parents. So dad, mom, and the kids. Check this out. Very cool picture of a Tibetan family. And look at this. It looks like the grandmas are having fun playing tug of war. It's a pretty popular sport or game in Tibet. And check this out. This is a really cool picture of two Tibetan kids by the Himalayas. I think this is by Everest at the base camp, I think, somewhere around there. It's a really nice, happy looking kid. And this is a map of the Tibetan plateau, and all the, as you know, all the major rivers in South Asia, they all originate from Tibet. So right here, like Yalung Zangbo, I think it's called Brahmaputra in India, and then the Ganges, Karanjit, Ganges, Arun, Irrawaddy, Salween, Mekong, Yangtze, Yellow River, Indus River, and Sutlej. So all these rivers from Pakistan, India, I think a part of Afghanistan also, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Burma, Vietnam, China, all the rivers, all these major rivers, they all originate from Tibet. Oh, that's the same picture. Okay, so I think that's about it for this lesson. And I hope to make the next lesson pretty soon. And the last couple of weeks I've been pretty busy, so I really didn't get a chance to make between lesson number 1 and lesson number 2. I think it's been about 3 weeks, so sorry about that. So until the next video, just keep practicing, keep reading, keep rewinding, pause it, write it down, however you want to do it. Just just keep practicing. And until then, if possible, help others. If not, at least restrain from harming others. Thanks a lot.